Welcome back. Thank you for joining us on this splendid occasion of plentiful sass with lots of melanin. You're welcome. Please feel free to tip cash, not at the credit, because then they get some of my taxes and messes things up. Anyway, thank you for tuning in again. Welcome to the Eccentric Dandy channel. I am Kechi. Before I forget, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Hope you turned up and weren't too crazy. Yeah. Before I forget, last video I made about New Year's resolutions. One of the things I forgot to mention was that in 2017, I will be going to France. I don't have my ticket. The money ain't really, it's quite there, but you prophesize and it happens. That's what we do as Christians. We prophesize. We don't look to the natural, okay? Just saying. So yeah, no, that's happening this year. I don't know the way, shape, or form. I like to be there for like a month, work on my French. Ouais, je parle un peu de français. Je suis très sophistiqué. Tu ne sais pas ma vie. Monsieur, mesdames, bonjour, monsieur, dames, bonsoir. Bonsoiré. Je suis un bon mec. Boom. But I try to be sophisticated and know different languages, and people be like, what is he doing? I'm like, I'm here, you mad about it? That's your feelings, I'm just here for my coins. Yes, that's better. But yeah, anyway, today's topic is I wanted to talk about my experiences as a New Yorker. I've been out here for about 3 years. I know a little bit. I hear the minimum is 5 years to say you're a true New Yorker. But I've been here. I moved around, been in a couple boroughs, had different experiences so I can enlighten other folks about it. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, first off, New York is not this big, scary place. I recently saw some video with Madonna talking about when she moved here in 1979. That is not New York now. There has been so many people that have moved and came. There is immense gentrification happening. It's not this big scary place. It's not Law and SVU and someone getting chopped up and murdered and also maimed and all that kind of stuff. It's really not that bad. There are neighborhoods that are definitely rough, and if you don't look like you're from there, people might look at you or talk to you a certain type of way. But the whole getting mugged and stuff like that, yes, it's still a big city. Be wise. Use your mind. Don't just be on your phone where? No, just it's really not that bad. There's Times Square used to be a rough kind of place. It was just straight up prostitution 20, 30 years ago. But it's changed. The city has changed a lot. So New York is not this big scary place. One thing I have noticed about myself since I've lived here is having really high standards or higher standards than they were. And I think that's maturity and me getting older, but it's also just the New York way. But I have this thing upgrade you, diamond cream facials and Cartier neck clips, you fancy. And the best way I could illustrate this is going out, which I don't really do that much, but if I do, it has to happen a certain type of way. It would be I would know what I'm wearing. I probably got my outfit dry cleaned and I picked it out a couple nights prior, and then I went to, and it's something vintage or consignment, and it's some Japanese designer, because I can't be wearing what the girls are wearing. I'm out here doing me. I'm unique. And then I would go to a friend's place. We have a glass of wine, talk about culture and politics and stuff like that. Then we're oh, let's bus it over to the Whitney, go there for a second, look at some art, mingle. Then we might go to some kind of gallery. Some friend has something that's happening in some up and coming neighborhood, and then we might go to this club, and then we're there for a little bit, but you don't stay out late. Beyonce ain't ever to the club to the close. Beyonce got things that you shouldn't be up at 5 a.m. to get these 8 counts right. I'm trying to get on her level, so I ain't staying at the club all day. But there's a certain way that it has to happen, and that's my whole life. As far as in your friend circle, whatever, you just have higher standards. One thing that I will say is definitely true is that the cost of living is very expensive to live here. Like, it ain't no joke. Like, you can not even be living in the best looking neighborhood or a house or apartment and you still paying an arm and leg for it. And that is the truth. Unless you get like these, well, even no, even like the yuppie bait, like kind of apartments and stuff that's coming up that it's like all new refurbished and there's washer and dryer included. Like, those are kind of expensive and they're like nice. But yeah, it's more expensive to live here. Like, you still gonna be going tucking your laundry down the street to like get it cleaned or clean it yourself. Like, the cost of living is expensive. Get ready to shell out your coins. Yes, ma'am. The trains, dough. Okay, so honestly, the MTA is actually pretty reliable. You just have to know how to work with the MTA. Like, give yourself extra time. Don't get on your phone and the app says, oh, it should take you 39.2 minutes and 2.2 seconds, and then like expect that you're gonna leave out your house with 40 minutes and get to where you're about to get on time. Don't do that. Don't mess yourself up. Give yourself the extra 30 minutes. Like, don't ever be late in New York. Like, never. Trains are actually reliable. They get on your nerves, and the weekends and nights is something else. But yes, you still be shelling out your $31 a week or whatever you pay for the monthly. But trains, you will learn how to deal with them, and it gets better. The next 2 points are kind of contradictory. Contradictory, that's the word I'm gonna say. That's what I'm about to say right now. But actually, so New York actually is a very small place. Like, you will run into people, and if you actually think about like all the things that it's like so unlikely for you to run into people, like you live here, they live there, that you are on the same side of the street, and then like you happen to be looking up and you are looking at your phone and whatnot. Like, it's really weird how you sometimes just get on like a train car and you know that person because they could have got on the train car before you or the train car or missed that car, but you do run into people and it's really random because it's such a big place and so many people. But yeah, it's a lot smaller than you think, and someone knows somebody that knows somebody that knows you that dated that person, that they do that person's hair, and that's it. Also, friendships can be a little bit get jaded because I guess it's also easier to avoid people. I've noticed this. Like, if you don't want to talk to this person, like you just know they at this spot or whatever, you can avoid them. And it's kind of easy to kind of be like, okay, I don't talk to that group of people. I don't talk to this person, and avoid people because there's just so many options and so many things to do. But yeah, it's kind of this interesting mix of both of it. It's like, well, yeah, it's you run into people and it's crazy and it's weird, and then also like it's kind of easier to avoid people. Yeah. In closing, some like quick advice that I will say that would really help. Time is precious. Do not waste nobody's time. And you will not realize this until you are sitting there at that restaurant waiting for somebody and they like 5 minutes late. You be like, so we said 3 o'clock. And like, what about 3 o'clock said 3:17? Time is precious. You don't want to waste somebody's time, nor do you want your time wasted. It's a very easy way to show respect. So, time is precious. Friendship, professionally, come early to the interview, you look better. End of story. Also, if you're gonna come out here with like some money, like a couple hundred, like like a grand or two or three. Put it aside. The more, the better. Just better safe than sorry. But yeah, hopefully this was like a little bit helpful. I think it was just like a lot of sass with like tidbits of advice. But until next time, I'll see you folks. Au revoir.